Hi everyone, welcome to P3. We thought that we would introduce you to our team. So we have Mrs Douglas, Miss Morrison, Miss Crozier and our classroom assistant Linda.
P3 does bring a lot of changes, and there's no doubt that the first half term can be a challenge and sometimes overwhelming for some of the children. But as their teachers, we are there to make sure that your children are happy and settled in school and that they leave each day feeling like they've achieved. By Halloween, they're really starting to get the hang of it, and you really will see your children blossom this year. One of the most exciting changes for the children is, of course, carrying their own school bag. But with this comes a need for self-organisation and independence that perhaps the children haven't just needed to the same extent so far in school. It takes a little bit of practice, but in the meantime, if you can name as many of their belongings as you can, that really helps them out. We also play in a different playground and we eat our break outside for the first time. Generally, the children love it. It's like a picnic, but do be prepared to lose the odd piece of Tupperware or a metal spoon that goes awry now and again. Generally, the biggest challenge for the children is the written work. There are higher expectations in terms of amount and presentation, and all of the children are now working out of class workbooks. It does take some work, but the children always get there, and their self-esteem and their confidence really blossoms throughout the year. It's really wonderful to see. You may also find that your children are very tired at the beginning of the year because we do have the 3 longer days, and that really does make a big difference. So this is just an overview of some of the areas of the curriculum that shape our day in P3. In literacy, we will carry on with our phonics. We start by revising the digraphs covered at the end of P2, and then we move on to split digraphs and alternative sounds later in the year. In grammar lessons, the children will learn about nouns, verbs, adjectives, sentence structure, alphabetical order, all of those tools needed for moving forward in writing. During writing lessons, the children will learn how to compose various genres of writing from a set of instructions to a fictional story, specifically a legend. We use a lovely method in writing called Talk the Text, which involves the children using pictures to map out what they want to say before actually trying to compose it on the page. We read with the children at least 3 times a week, and those books will be coming home as part of their reading homework.
In P3, as well as learning various mathematical concepts in a practical way, using Numicon and other materials, we also encourage the children to start recording and being able to apply their knowledge in written form. We also complete mathematical investigations in pairs or groups, and we also complete a variety of different mental maths activities.
Our focus in PDMU this year is to embed the Thinking Matters programme. This programme allows us to develop the children's thinking skills and metacognition. There will be a leaflet coming home to parents to explain exactly what it's all about, but in the meantime, ask your children about the thinking frames they're learning about in school, and hopefully they'll be able to give you some details and tell you all about it.
In music this year, we are looking at different ways to make sound. We're looking at different instruments, and we will have a go at playing some wooden instruments, and we may also learn a song in Makaton. In RE this year, we are looking at different morals, and we'll look at these through studying the different parables in the Bible.
The world around us topics in P3 are lovely. This term up to Halloween, we're looking at autumn and trees. After Halloween, we carry on the autumn theme but move towards woodland animals. After Christmas is one of the children's favourite topics, dinosaurs, always a hit with the boys especially. Then we look at water and pirates. And then finally, to finish out the year in the summer term, we look at mini beasts, by far my favourite topic.
In art, we get to make a lot of different gorgeous 3D projects and also study different artists such as Monet and his famous Water Lily Bridge, as well as Kandinsky with his concentric circles during our autumn topic. There are 4 different types of homework in P3. The first type is the written homework. Written homeworks will be sent home 2 times a week. Literacy homeworks will be sent home on a Monday night, while a numeracy homework will be sent home on a Wednesday night. These may be sent home as a physical activity that the children will complete in their homework books, or they may be sent home as an activity on Seesaw. Reading is the second type of homework the children will do in P3. They should read every night, but will receive a new book from reading lessons 2 to 3 times per week. Your child may in fact receive more books than this per week if they're reading some of our shorter books. Whereas if your child is reading one of the more complicated, longer texts, they may in fact only receive 1 book a week, or the book, if it's a novel, might span a few weeks. In P3, the children learn spellings, and they will be using the sound that they learn each week to help them learn their particular spelling list for the week. These will be quizzed then on a Friday. Initially, this will be very informal, just on whiteboards, whereas after Halloween, then they will be practicing using their Friday quiz notebook to record their spellings and their number bonds. The final type of homework P3s get are their number bonds homework. Number bonds homeworks are set weekly from a number bond booklet, and the particular week that you're focusing on will be basically revising and recapping what has already been taught during the number bonds lessons on Mondays. So this is a wonderful way for the children to recap, revise and consolidate their learning from Monday, and to develop quick recall of their number bonds facts. There are 3 different online learning platforms used in P3. These are Seesaw, Doodle-Maz and Myon. Seesaw I'm sure everyone is very familiar with, as this is the platform that has been used since P1 to help facilitate the children's learning throughout the various lockdowns, and will continue to be used for a variety of homeworks this year. There is of course Doodle-Maz, which was introduced last year and has been a really brilliant way for the children to revise and consolidate a whole range of different mathematical concepts covered in school, and also to extend their learning whenever they are ready to do so. I would really encourage everyone to get logged back on if you haven't already, and encourage your children to at least complete their daily 6 and maybe even a few other activities as well. Your login details should still work. However, if they do not, for whatever reason, please let us know so that we can sort this out so that it works well for everybody. Finally, we have our Myon online library. This is a brilliant facility that allows you to access a whole range of different types of books at different difficulty levels. So I would really encourage you that while we still have membership to this, that you really make the most of it, enjoy the wealth of stories and factual books available.
After Halloween, we introduce a Friday quiz. This is just the spellings the children have been working on that week, the number bonds, and perhaps a little bit of mental maths. The main reason for introducing the Friday quiz is to allow the children to get used to being assessed in a very non-pressurised environment, because at the end of the year, in the month of May, the children will face their first standardised tests. The children will complete a PTM, a progress in maths, and a PTE, a progress in English. These are completed in the ICT suite on the computer. They are scored and the results will then be returned in P4.
Next, we have some helpful tips and reminders for P3. It's important that when the boys and girls come to school, their pencil cases are well stocked, pencils are sharpened. That saves time being wasted at the bin during class. In Ashgrove, we try to promote a healthy break, and that can be a piece of fruit or a vegetable. If they bring anything in that sits still, please make sure that it's labelled with their name on it. We don't want anything to get lost. And remember that on Mondays and Thursdays, P3 finish at 2 p.m. Absences can be reported directly from the website, and it is important that if your son or daughter is off school, that you report their absence.
Our designated teacher for child protection is Mrs. Looney in P5. She, along with Mrs. Carberry and Mr. Smith, make up our safeguarding team in Ashgrove. Should you have any concerns regarding child protection or safeguarding, do please feel free to contact a member of the safeguarding team.
As we do not get to see you at the school gates, please feel free to contact us via Seesaw or the school office. Take care during these trying times, and we hope that we will see you soon.